Welcome to another INFJ ramble. Today's recording is going to touch on congestion. And what do I mean by that? I mean, it's the holidays. Kids are out of school. There's people everywhere. And when you go into the stores or the restaurants or wherever, it's super congested. Lines of people, loads of people, confined to small spaces, consuming a bunch of stuff. And I don't know about you, but maybe it's because I've gotten older and I'm more hypersensitive to it all, but I just don't really want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the congestion. So I don't even know why I'm telling you this. To make an example, I was craving a smoothie. Like, I was craving something healthy and wholesome. So I went into a particular space to get it, and then I walked right out. Yeah, the amount of people in line and just frequenting the space was overwhelming, and I didn't think it was worthwhile to get the smoothie anymore, or to spend my time or my money or my energy in that space. And so as quickly as I flowed in, I just kind of flowed back out. And I base a lot of my decisions on that concept. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't do well in super congested areas. And I feel I don't do well in those particular settings because there's so much stagnant energy compacted and built up. And it's a lot for me to process. It's super dense, it's super heavy, and I just, having the choice, prefer not to deal with it. And so I'll schedule like filling gas and shopping for necessities at certain times of the day, just so that I can avoid, or not necessarily avoid it, like just kind of like have a better flow when I'm participating in these activities. You know, like if I say I need something, kind of like the smoothie. If I need something, I go to a store and I can see that the parking lot is full, I'll just totally detour and go do something else. Like, it's not even a thing. Like, I don't have any restrictions or restraints that are influencing my choices. You know, I just kind of like flow where it's free flowing. I think that's why I spend a lot of time in nature too, because nature feels more natural, and it also like feels good to me, you know? So I'll go out in nature and I'll just hang out in nature for hours on end, or I'll stay in my room for hours on end, because the only thing I have to process is myself, you know? Once you go out into this and all these cars and people, I mean, you can't even tell how crowded it is out there. It's a lot to process. I have a hypersensitive system, and it overwhelms me, it overloads me, and I don't really want to be swimming in everyone else's stuff. You know what I mean? Everyone else, having to process everyone else's anxiety and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I will proactively choose to do things based on how it feels. That's how I predominantly navigate through life. It's feelings. How do I feel? How does this make me feel? Does this person make me feel good? Does this person make me feel bad? Does this person make me feel heavy? Does this place make me feel heavy? Does this place make me feel like stuck and stagnant and just yucky? And if it does, then I just move. You know what I mean? Because you can't change anything around you. You can't control it. You can only like control your decisions and choices and actions. And it's funny, my partner's the same way. He doesn't like crowds. He doesn't, you know, I can do people for a certain amount of time, and then I need to remove myself so I can decompress and process and rejuvenate, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my little ramble. I don't like crowds. I don't like congestion. Congestion on the road, congestion in a space, congestion in a store, congestion in my space. I just don't do well. And I've noticed that depending on a person's level of sensitivity, they will either tolerate it or not tolerate it. And before, I think I would tolerate a lot because I probably was not nice to myself, and so externally I was not nice to myself. I was my own worst critic. Worst critic ever. And now that I've become more compassionate and kind and loving towards myself, I don't tolerate a lot of nonsense. I really don't. I know, I don't know, you can kind of gauge a person's level of consciousness or level of awareness or self-knowledge based on what they choose to participate in. Like, a lot of people are still choosing to like participate in a lot of this, and that's cool, but I don't. I just can't. I don't want to. I don't feel good, and it's not in my best interest. And so now I'm in my car where it's quiet. Anyways, blessings to one and all, and happy holidays. Amen.